what's up? It's me, Kevin, just here to do another video where I'll be talking about a few different things. Just kind of recapping because I know it's been a good month since I've done my last video. I'm never happy that I go that long without making a video. I try to push out one every 2 weeks, once a week even if I can. But lately I've been very busy working nights and days. I've been teaching kids and swimming lessons and stuff like that for the last month. And I've also been working nights. Stalking, so it's been very hard for me to make time for this, but this means a lot to me. I just need to, move the schedule around enough where I can do this. So, to move on from that, guys, all that kind of negative stuff I'm not very happy about. I want to let a few things know. I am going to be going to see the Jurassic World movie this week. I'm so happy. I'm going to go see it Friday night, the very first screening of it. First impressions, personally, for me, about this film, I'm very, very nervous. Like, I personally love the first two films. I don't know why. I almost have to line up The Lost World as being kind of the Man of Steel film, which it was a good film, but people were very skeptical about it. But I totally understood the universe that, between the first film and the second film, the third film being absolutely horrible, except for Alan Grant. Like, I don't think it was any of the characters' faults in that film. It was just a copy of the previous films, of the concept of, being trapped on an island kind of thing. But this film, I don't know. I do like the use of animatronics and all that. I don't like when they overly use in CGI and stuff like that. Where, I've seen from the trailers, they've used some animatronics. I can kind of get. They've used some of it, but I've still CGI. For these kind of films, I personally believe that they should be using animatronics. I understand there's only so far you can go with that, and I get that, but try to use as much as you can without sacrificing too much for the film. Like, if it really doesn't work out, then at least use some of it as a nod to the previous films, because I know animatronics have always been a very key piece of all the films. Because a lot of films have not overly used CGI to make dinosaurs in previous films. But in this film, it looks like we're really going to see a lot of CGI used in this film, which kind of scares me. Because I always like how real animatronics can look. Like in Lost World, when they flip that trailer on its side, or on top, whatever, in Lost World, and the T-Rex do that, they look real because they actually do use... They use half and half. They use half animatronics and half the rest of it CGI to, make the Rex look the way it does. But they still use animatronics. They integrate it into the system. So, but in this film, it doesn't really look like that they're going to be really using a lot of that. I don't know. I'll judge it when I see it. I'm very skeptical about this because of the way it looks. And yeah, it's great that they've created this park now. It's like, oh, Steven Spielberg's like, we're going somewhere where, like we never dared to go back in the 90s when the very first Jurassic Park was made. But that's just him. And the weirdest thing is, he's not even directing. Like, I wish Spielberg would have directed this. Like, he co-produced, he's pretty much co-produced every other film, but he's not he directed The Lost World, I believe. But after that, he only co-produced the Jurassic World 3, or Jurassic Park 3, which is a horrible film. It's like a Michael Bay film. It's probably a little bit better than a Michael Bay film, but still, yeah, not as good as the previous ones. But I wanted to see Spielberg return to directing. Because I get kind of pissed off because, like, you can see in all the commercials today, executive producer Steven Spielberg. It's like, what the fuck? Come on. You're just milking his name out there, and it's more of an annoyance to keep seeing that. I want to see director Steven Spielberg. Like, you don't see his Colin Trevorrow's name, whatever, the director, his fucking name all over these trailers. Like, come on. Like, it truly, for me, it pissed me off. I get from a marketing standpoint why they would do that, but I'm still not happy that they're milking his name. Like, executive producer, really. That kind of position, like, he probably wrote 2 or 3 sentences in the script, and the rest he just get, okay, maybe we should have it like this, or I don't know, giving suggestions and stuff, but I don't know. I love him. I just wish we could see him back back into directing chair for this franchise. Like, he directed two great films. I still love, like I said, I like the second film, but like be co-produced. Maybe I think it's kind of a Spider-Man Raimi kind of thing where he knows if he returns to directing that he may end up fucking it up. I don't know. We also like it's like if you don't get what I mean, Sam Raimi directed the first two Spider-Man films. He directed the third. The two first Spider-Man films were great films. The third one was garbage. So maybe it's kind of that paradox where he doesn't want to return to the directing chair after directing two great films, and he's scared of, like I said, fucking it up. But yeah, it's gonna be very ippy and downy for me about this film because I remember way back, Jurassic Park was one of the was the first film I bought on VHS until my sister ends up ripping it up later on that year. But it was the very first film I watched. I loved it. I actually got such an interest in paleontology. I have actually got Sam Neill, Dr. Grant. He played that position, that character in the films of Dr. Grant, Sam Neill. I got his autograph. So this franchise means a lot to me. It does, but like I'm still scared that they're gonna overly computerize this movie, or they do that with a lot of films because it's a cheaper way of doing things rather than building, a practical sets and stuff like that. Which, yeah, I personally, for me, every film should be like Mad Max Fury Road, where everything was a majority of the film was practical effects. They made it work for it. If a film really doesn't work for that, then try to integrate it, like hybrid wise, or I don't know however you would want to put that. Hybridize a film like Jurassic World when practical effects were used majorly back in the day, and now today they have the computers that can make up stuff and they don't have to build as much by hand. But I still believe that they should, like I said, use practical effects up to an extent, at least to give a good nod to the previous films. That they're gonna go computerize everything. So yeah, so I'll see that on Friday night. I hopefully will be able to get a review out the next day because I think I have this Saturday off, so I'll be able to make a video. Sorry. Make a video for Saturday, and I'll give you my reactions to it. So yeah, Jurassic World. What else is coming out? Antman. I've seen I've seen a few of the TV spots. They're pretty great. I like what I'm seeing. They brought a newer one out. I had already seen it, unfortunately. I would have given my own reaction video to that, but it's a new one where it was more comical, and it gave a lot to how he may impact in future films. But I'm really happy of where Ant-Man is. It's probably going to be even more grounded than Iron Man, because he's a character that's huge, but I don't know. We'll see where he goes with it. I'm very intrigued to see Ant-Man, then Fantastic Four, and so forth. So yeah, Fantastic Four comes out in August and all that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll have my review up on Saturday for Jurassic World. Thanks a lot, guys. Peace out.